What's up people, Dobsy here, and welcome to a top 5. You might be thinking, I see this title and hang on a minute. Top 5 Final Fantasy games that I have beaten more than once. Yeah, well, as you guys already know, if you guys are new to my channel and everything, I am a huge massive fan freak of Final Fantasy. More than the soul of Persona, Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts, and also Yakuza. But Final Fantasy was the first game, and it was the first game that I had a massive fan. It's mainly like a big massive fan. I don't know how to describe it. And you know, like if you go to the wrestling and you have that one wrestler that you always want to go and see, and you go and see that person over and over again, and you're so damn addicted to it. I am addicted to Final Fantasy. I love everything that is Final Fantasy, whether it's been bad, whether it's been good, whether it's been alright. Pretty much, I love my Final Fantasy, and I never ever criticise about it. Some games are bad, true, but I still think they're good for what they are. But anyhow, as you guys know, when I am a big massive fan of a particular game, if I followed it for so damn long, I complete it 100%, whether or not. And with most of these Final Fantasy games, I completed it more than once. Whether if they were 100% completed, or I just plowed through it, just for a bit of fun. But mostly, these games are like the ones that I always put my heart and soul on, and I've completed them more than once, and mostly, always 100%. So without further ado, this is the top 5 Final Fantasy games that I've played more than once. Number 5, you have to start it off with the very first game, Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy 1, this here is the main one I mainly played. I have got the Famicom games, and I literally have played them all, but some of the copies of Final Fantasy 1 I've not fully completed yet. But this is the one I mainly completed mostly. This here, I have completed it 3 times. Final Fantasy 1, I completed 3 times. I completed it 100% twice, and then I plowed through it once just for a speed run. It didn't go so well because, well, I couldn't freaking beat the record. It's ridiculously hard. But this was the 20th anniversary one, so if you guys want to try and grab this, definitely go ahead and grab it. I think it's one of the best Final Fantasy ones to grab. But I've completed it 3 times. Story-wise, it's alright. For the first Final Fantasy game, it's brilliant. But still, there is a lot of things that need to get better with it. But that's why they made so many. You know what I mean? Number 4, this is funny as well. Number 4, I completed it 4 times. And this is, wait for it, Final Fantasy 4. 4? Whoops. Final Fantasy 6. As you guys know, in the United Kingdom and in America, we had this as Final Fantasy 3. Until we got the Mastered Editions on the PlayStation 1, and also PC and everything. Turn it into be Final Fantasy 6. I have the Famicom version here. And this is the one I played mostly because I know heart and soul how to beat this one. I beat it 4 times. I beat it 100% 4 times. It's super awesome. I love it. Have I struggled a lot in it? I definitely have struggled a lot on it. But it's freaking awesome. I have the one that's sealed here because I love keeping this one sealed. But I do have the unboxed one, which is just a cartridge, still plugged into my Famicom because it's the one I always play most on the Super Famicom. It's amazing. But the thing that I know that is really hard to complete 100% is Secret Boss, and also obtaining one of the most hardest weapons to obtain in the freaking game, which you have to drop by a monster. I don't fully remember what it was, but oh my god, I think it was like a 1 point something percent chance of picking it up, which was absolutely ridiculously hard. 4 times, I'm happy with that. Hopefully I can go for it 5 times in a row. Hopefully in the near future. Number 3, 5, 3, yeah, that's it. Number 3 is a draw, and this you might be shocked with. I beat this 5 times, so you see it's going up, so it's 3, 4, this is going to be 5 times. I beat this 5 times, and it is Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, And to be honest, these are not my favourite Final Fantasy games. These are okay, tell you now, these are not my least favourite Final Fantasies, okay? Final Fantasy 3 is my least. But Final Fantasy 7 and 8, they're alright, okay? They are overrated. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but they are overrated. I love the ones that are completely what people hate because I know, for good sure, they just make me laugh and I freaking love them. Story-wise, they're okay. I really do. I can't wait for the remake of Final Fantasy 7. I cannot wait for that. But 8 though, 8, they could have done better. Tell you right. But tell you the truth, both of them, I completed them 5 times. 100% once, sadly, on Final Fantasy 7 because I couldn't complete it 100 times, 200 times. It took me too damn long. I completed this 3 times 100%, then I plowed through it the other 2. Hardest things about these to completing it, it's definitely the Emerald and the Ruby weapons. I hate facing them. The Triple Triad. I hate Triple Triad. This is the why this game sucks to me, mostly. I hate Triple Triad. I never liked it. And also the other one is getting the Doom Train. I do not like trying to obtain the Doom Train. Somehow, I just don't like trying to obtain it. Also with this one, I hate the Chocobos. 2 things I hate. Well, no, I'm not saying I hate Chocobos, but the Chocobo race in Final Fantasy 7 sucks. But anyhow, I both completed these 5 times. Well, you know, I beat it 5 times, completed it once, twice, 3 times, I meant. Yeah, try to remember. That's what I said, yes. Once, 100%, 3 times, 100%. But they're not my favourites, okay? But now we're going to press on to number 2. Number 2 is another tie, okay? Another tie. And the first one, it got mixed views, alright? That's Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15, I beat this game 7 times. 7 times, and oh my god, I freaking love it. I 100%ed it 4 times. I freaking adore Final Fantasy 15. It's completely different from any other Final Fantasies. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was super, super fresh from the other Final Fantasies. But also tying with it was one that a lot of people hate, and that's Final Fantasy 13. This is my original collector's edition, which I freaking love, to be honest. I beat this game as well 7 times. I completed it 100%, sadly, twice. But it is hard to do 100%, but I know how to do it. It just takes a lot of time and effort to do it, and sadly for my life, I can't waste that amount of time to do it. It's just a lot of effort. Hopefully in the near future, I can hopefully make it into a 3rd time 100% run. But these 2 are one of my personal favourites. They are one of my personal favourites, but they are not my number 1 favourite, because that's why number 1 is the one I love. Because when you love a game so damn much, you have to play it more and more and more and more and more and more. But they're both amazing. Noctis is awesome with Ignis, Prompto and Gladios. Gladion, whatever you guys want to call him. Lightning, Hope, freaking Sads, which is one of my favourite characters in the game. Snow, Vanillite, or Vanillish, whatever you want to call it, Vanille. They're all there. Fang. It's amazing, alright? The game is awesome. I loved it. Even though a lot of people destroyed the critics by saying this game sucked ass, I didn't think so. It was a good game for the PlayStation 3. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I still play it to this day. Even though a lot of people don't play it anymore because they now play Final Fantasy 15 and also the online games. But number one, I beat this game 8 times and I 100%ed it 8 times. I am a pure freak of nature with this one game. I love it. I love the story. I love the acting. Even though it's cheesy, I love the music. The graphics were amazing for the time. And the fighting mechanisms were brilliant. There was one thing I didn't like, but I let it slide. And that is the one that a lot of people hate, including Spoony. Final Fantasy X. Yes, I know. Final Fantasy X is my pure 100% favourite Final Fantasy game. I know you guys are going to type down in the comments down below saying you suck, that sucks, go to hell, that's it. But I love Final Fantasy X. It was the first, to tell you the truth, this is the first Final Fantasy game I played with my nana and my granddad. My nana and granddad, my grandfather, my nan, whatever you guys want to call your grandparents, they got me this for my birthday. And on my birthday, we both sat down, played it on the PlayStation 2. My nan loved the music. My granddad loved how it looked. He was like watching the film to him. The characters were amazing. I love Lulu. I love Yuna. I freaking adored Riku when I was a kid. She was my all-time crush when I was a kid. And hey, it was alright. I was young. She was 14, okay? Calm yourself down. But the game itself, has it improved? It has, because it got remastered on the PS4 and the PS3, and also I completed it on them. That's why it counts at 8 times. I did this twice. I did the PS3 one 3 times, and then the other one, as you guys can see. But one thing you might be thinking, what was in this game that I did not like? The one thing that a lot of people do not like, the Blitzball. Yes, I can agree with the Blitzball. It's like water polo, soccer, football, whatever you guys want to call it. I didn't like it. Doing the 100% completion on it, I hated it all the way through it, but how I got through it all was just simple and it was easy. I listened to the music, to myself, my own music, because the Blitzball music is the one thing I do not like. Things that were tough on it, the Dark Aeons, I loved the Dark Aeons, but they were hard, which I love challenges. The final boss was amazing, even though it was you, Yevon, I preferred it was Jacked, but so on and so forth. This is my #1 Final Fantasy game. It's the most one I played it 8 times, beat it 100% 8 times, and that's it. You guys might be thinking, what about the other games? What about 2? What about 3 and all them lot? Mostly them, as you guys know, I might have beaten them twice, I might have beaten them once, and everything like that. I've got about 1 or 2 games on Final Fantasy that I still haven't played yet, which is NT, and I've got another one on the PS4, which I think was World of Final Fantasy. I'm working on that. But no Final Fantasy will beat this game. Never. But anyhow, people, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What is your actually, I wanted to know about you guys. Please hit the comments down below and tell me what Final Fantasy game that you played, or even any game that you played in your life, and you've completed it more than once, and how many times have you completed it 100%? With that being said, hit the like button, subscribe, share it to your friends if your friends are into your Final Fantasy as well. With that being said, the people I'm asleep goes to you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheerio!